and then what led you to working with Penguin Karts?
Yeah, Riri, if you go first, and I'll follow.
Oh, this is killing me. Why?
Or maybe I'll go first, while you sort out some tech.
Yeah, so yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah, no worries. So my name's Baz. Yeah, Barry Furby. So nice to meet you all. So I'm the CMO at Penguin Karts, and I guess to answer your question, Aaron, I mean, I got into crypto like a lot of people, I think, as a kind of retail trader. Trying to earn a bit of money on the side, like a lot of people. Mine was actually 2018, and then there was the big kind of boom, and things went bad, and I kind of lost interest in the trading side of things, but continued to research and really kind of get hooked into the industry from a marketing perspective. And then, almost a year ago, I set up a kind of marketing agency around crypto, and ended up kind of putting that on hold and joining Penguin Karts to help through the launch. And to be honest, fall in love with the project and the team, and really happy to be part of it. We've just done our launch, which is exciting around the for the token. So that was the TGE. And then obviously live on SpookySwap, and then the game is coming soon, which is the big event for us.
Yeah, so I'm guessing Mistress is still sorting it out. So tell us, what is Penguin Karts for someone who has no idea what it is, other than the name? What is it?
Yeah, so we're a play to earn 3D racing battle game. And the idea really behind it is ultimately we want to create a multiplayer battle racing game where you can battle against your opponents, maybe 4 to 8 races in a game, and then battle it out for prizes. And those prizes are going to be rewards in the form of our token, PGK, or NFTs. And ultimately those things have value in the marketplace, where you can either trade them for dollars or hold them, stake them, and keep onto them. But the idea really is you kind of battle it out in these kind of crazy fun races, throw the odd slippery fish at people to knock them off the track, and win some cash at the end of it, which is the main thing. It's play to earn.
Yeah, so this is for people that most people have probably played it or familiar with it. It's very similar to Mario Kart, essentially. That's the idea, right?
Yeah, although our lawyers would tell us not to say yeah.
It has nothing to do with Mario Kart whatsoever. Just other than the name.
Yeah. I mean, the format, right? We've been there. I'm a kind of gamer. I grew up in the 90s, and that era when Super Mario was on NES, and then Mario Kart was launched on the N64, wasn't it? So that's where we all became familiar with these kind of large-scale multiplayer kind of battle games, and I guess format has carried across loads of great games since then. And we're bringing that to the blockchain, which is a little bit different because ultimately with play to earn games, it's much more about what you can kind of take with you and earn out of your time and attention that you put into these games. I've spent hundreds or even thousands of hours playing games over the years, and not a lot to show for it other than maybe less good score results than I should have got.
Yeah, I think we've all played a lot more games than we probably should have. So you guys are building this game. Where are you currently? What have you done? You said there was a TGE about a month ago. So there's a token. What is the token? Can you tell me a little bit about the tokenomics of it and how that's going to play into the game?
Yeah, of course. So, I mean, kind of where we're at now is we wanted to hold off our TGE until the game development was really far progressed. So that was always the kind of strategy. What we didn't want to do is, as some projects do, is, do the TGE, do the token launch, and then, a year later put something in market. And we really wanted to minimize that time between, going out there into the market, I guess, more publicly with the TGE and actually putting a game in market. So we're really far progressed. It's kind of playable within our team and the game developers. We've actually got a partner called FabWalt, who are, really well renowned in the Unity gaming space. And they've been building the game, so it's really far progressed and really just refining the gameplay and the customizations that we're doing around the skins and the NFT integration to make that kind of really pop. And then our intention is to be putting out a kind of closed public beta to our Discord members and any of our NFT members, really within the next month or so. So just around the corner in the scheme of things.
Yeah, no kidding. So in a month. Now you guys have had you guys did release NFTs, right? You had a 2D NFT release sometime in the past that I think is on Ethereum.
Yeah, that's right. That's good memory. I think we discussed that last time. So we did almost like a community NFT project in a way. We actually minted and then gave away 10,000 2D NFTs. I can see a few of them in the profile avatars of people in the audience, so that's good. But these guys, they're 2D NFTs. We gave them away to the community, almost as a community building exercise. We wanted to get the name out there. We wanted to share some of our artwork and our branding, and it's a community first approach that we take to everything. So giving them away to our fans, and then building up some of the trading and the excitement around the NFT series has been really good from a 2D perspective. And then what follows, actually just before the game launch, and this will be kind of fall in mid-May, will be a 3D NFT launch. And what's different about those guys is they'll be the characters you can then use in the game. So, going from the kind of more of the kind of artwork series that we did before, these guys have got the utility that they actually become the characters and the players in the game. There's 10,000 of them going out, and really excited about that because the attention to detail and the artwork in 3D these days is just phenomenal. And we've been working with a really good artist that's kind of got really good attention to detail, and we've not put anything public out on them yet as a teaser, but I can tell you they're really exciting. They're good fun.
So that's really cool. So I've heard about projects, making NFTs and 3D NFTs, and then trying to have them in a game. Are you telling me that for these 10,000 generative NFTs, each one, like you're going to be able to play as your own 3D NFT in the game, and it's going to look like how? That's awesome.
Yeah. So the guy you hold as your NFT will be your character in the game, whereas. Let's just throw Mario Kart in the ditch here. He's got 8 characters because I'm playing his game, right? And there's a mushroom and a princess, but we've got 10,000 different NFTs, and you'll be able to own it and then take it with you into the game to battle it out and race for other rewards. The same applies for the carts as well. There's all different skins that roll over the carts, so you can buy those and upgrade your cart, and we've already teased out the Skull Crusher, which is a really cool one with kind of a skull up on the handlebars. So there's some really good kind of fun NFT adaptations that you can make to the game to make it your own, customize it, and I think that's just the whole world now, isn't it? Like personalization and kind of alignment with your avatar and all those things is what kind of makes the community really excited.
Will I need to have an NFT to play the game?
You don't need to. You can. If you don't have one, if you don't own one, then we'll give you I guess like a plain version of one of our penguins, so you'll still be able to race. It's a free-to-play game, but then the customizations are kind of what makes it fun and what makes it personal. And you can buy and add those later, but they're definitely optional. There'll be a free-to-play version.
Yeah, so this makes a good point. So, you have there's a I think what everyone's familiar with is just the play to earn model. That hey, you play, you're going to earn money, and I think that yours is a little different because just playing the game isn't automatically going to earn you anything, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, there's a competition element to this, right? So it's a skill-based battle racing game, so you've got to come first, second, or third to win a trophy, the same as you have in the Olympics or even the Formula One. So it's a racing game. You've got to win. But the idea that we really wanted with this is that it becomes a free-to-play game that anyone can turn up to do. It's skill-based, so you have to practice your craft, learn the game, become good at it. You can't have like our skins on our carts or our characters, they don't have attributes that make them any better than anyone else. So the whales can't come and buy all the best equipment and win all the games. Like, it's a skill based kind of level playing field, and I think that's what makes it really fun. You'll have kids and families and people all over the world able to kind of log into this and battle it out and race and win for NFTs, but it doesn't require the richest person, or it doesn't allow the richest person to come and win, which is really what we wanted to build in.
Yeah, I mean that's really unique, at least what I'm familiar with gaming, blockchain gaming, is just the fact that you're building something that's for one built on I don't want to say it's like Mario Kart, but it's built on a game that has a history of having it's fun, but also you can't just buy your way into winning or necessarily just spending time. Playing this 10 hours a day isn't going. I mean, it might make you better, but that's not the goal of the game. The game is to build your skill, and that's how you win, and you're playing something that's fun. So it's really it's unique for the blockchain gaming. Something I'm hoping that we're going to see more of for sure.
Yeah, I think that's a really important element for us. One of the things that we're kind of, I guess, a kind of attribute to our strategy is really wanting to progress the play-to-earn gaming space as a game, as a platform. And I think that's really important, is that inclusivity, and just the simplicity of being able to just turn up, play a few games, maybe win, maybe not. And the other thing on that point around kind of improving and bringing the whole play-to-earn space forward is that we're actually going to be building and launching a Web 2 version of the game and sticking that out on the Google Play and App Store. And the purpose of doing that really is as a kind of, I guess, as user acquisition, but as a way to get people in love with the game and the brand, of Penguin Karts. And then ultimately, when people win, in that Web 2 version in the App Store, you can't connect your wallet and stuff in there yet. So what we're going to do is just educate people when they win and say, did you know there's a crypto gaming play-to-earn version of this? And if you click here, you can go and play it over there and you can win some prizes. And taking that approach, ultimately, we're not going to make any money that way. What we're going to do is win the love and heart and minds of the people that play it, and hopefully bring more players into crypto and into play to earn. And it's kind of a bit of a master plan, really, around getting more people involved with this industry and this space.
Yeah, it's really a clever model that I'm surprised, I guess, more blockchain games aren't trying to pursue, or even just traditional gamers. I mean, when I think of competitive gaming, I used to play Counter-Strike a lot, and if Counter-Strike has a hacking problem, but if there was a way to ensure that, and then it's like, oh yeah, you're really good, here's a way to play and actually earn some money. I mean, I know there's tournament gaming and that kind of thing, and I think that's an end goal you guys are looking for, is to actually have like tournaments or make this something for a third, for people to watch even.
Yeah, there's two elements that we've not discussed. One is that potentially running tournaments, and we've actually got a partner AMA of our own tomorrow, where we've got 5 partners and 3 of them are games. And what we're looking at potentially doing is having that interoperability between the players. So one of the games is a game called Kitsumon, and they've got these kind of awesome little kind of Tamagotchi type characters. And we're looking at interoperability, so they could bring their players into the game and then potentially do tournaments, penguins versus the Kitsu. And, all these types of things are possible in crypto. So tournaments is definitely a part of it. You could kind of almost say that is touching on esports and potentially having, big tournaments and prizes and that type of thing. So that's exciting. And then the second bit that we hadn't mentioned yet is the idea of having a wager lounge. So kind of passively, people could bet and kind of wager on which players are going to win, and you could watch races and kind of passively kind of contribute to the economy and potentially win some prizes that way as well. So that's all part of the roadmap and the plan that follows on from kind of launching the game quite soon.
Yeah. So I was looking at your roadmap right here, and so Q3. Well, let's go. Let me look at Q2 here. So closed beta, which you guys are gonna. That's for your Discord users. You're gonna come out with soon, if I recall.
Yeah, sorry, I was on mute.
Okay.
Yeah, so anyone that's in our Discord or that holds one of our NFTs will get access to the closed beta. And should we say that's about a month away to get that in the hands of people? And that'll be a closed beta, but it'll be a playable game. You'll be able to win prizes right from the start, so there'll be NFT rewards and PGK rewards available in that closed beta. So it's a fully playable version. And then what we'll do is roll out more different tracks that are in design, different skins, new NFT series, and a whole bunch of other features to the platform kind of over time.
So when you guys launch your product, I guess would be open beta. How many tracks are you planning to have?
There'll be 2 tracks from launch. We've started teasing a couple of those out, and the idea is we can add them over just 3 or 4 weeks at a time. Start rolling them out over the course of more. But it'll be fully playable, so there'll be 8 people racing on each track, and with the top 3 getting prizes. And even if you're kind of racing on those few tracks, you're still going to get the full experience of what the game can offer, and then we'll roll more features out as it goes on.
Do you guys picture this as more of a mobile gaming platform, or something people need or be playing on their desktop?
It will port across all of them. I think the best experience, just in terms of graphics, is always going to be PC, and that's just the nature of the technology and the bandwidth and all of those types of things. But it will be a mobile game as well.
Now, the purpose of the PGK token is the utility for it is you're going to be able to buy things in game, skins, not upgrade your cars, but make them more unique. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, make it more unique and customizable, and make them your avatar is definitely the direction that we're going, rather than kind of buying faster carts. We want that level playing field. But the utility of the token and the purpose of the token really is, the mechanism of the game is that you race to win, and therefore the rewards that you win in first, second, and third place are either NFTs that you can sell in our marketplace back to PGK, back to dollars, or any other token, or ultimately kind of NFT rewards, which are going to be either trophies or skins or new penguin characters, all those types of things, and who knows where we'll take that creatively. But ultimately, PGK is what kind of lives and breeds throughout that gaming experience from a reward point of view. And then I guess secondly, there's almost a kind of GameFi, DeFi element to the platform as well. Since launch, we've added staking options to the site, and there's over 3.2 million PGK have been staked on the platform already, with APYs up to 2,500%. So really kind of big rewards up front, so that we get people investing and hopefully kind of hanging on for the long term to see this project through, to launch.
Yeah. For people who don't know, you can go to staking.penguincarts.com, and I guess you have 3 pools here: a 30, 60, and 90 day. It looks like, and they're not full, so you can still stake for pretty high rewards.
Yeah, that's the 30, 60, 90, and I'll probably get fired for teasing too much, but there is a big announcement coming on Saturday where we're going to be launching some longer term staking pools with even higher APYs. So I'll probably spare the details on that now, but that's really exciting for us because we're really early days. We've had the token in market for 30 days. We've got the game launching soon. So I hope that people kind of see the opportunity to get involved with a project when it's really early, and see it through for the next year, where there's going to be a lot of growth in this space. And with our approach to the gaming market, I think hopefully we'll be one of those that gets really good kind of positive feedback all the way through.
Mm-hmm. No, it's a really cool. I mean, it's a great concept for a game, just because it really does. It's built on something that has a tradition of being fun. So let me look here at some of these community questions. So about the NFTs and Penguin Carts, will Penguin Carts really be an NFT ecosystem that will be comprised of a metaverse in which NFTs can be traded? Now, I think we kind of know the answer to this because you are building an NFT marketplace. It's not something that people can access currently, I'm guessing.
Correct.
Yeah.
So at the moment we're launching the NFTs, and they'll obviously be available in secondary markets like OpenSea. So that's kind of the NFT space now, and then we'll be building in-house an onboard NFT marketplace, following the game launch. And I think that's really important because you want, people in-app or in-game to be able to swap these skins out and, race with different characters and, add kind of crazy features to the cart and, really do that seamlessly within the game. So that's definitely kind of being built out. And then, from a metaverse point of view, as I mentioned, the next stage beyond that is use the right tools to add compatibility for people to switch their characters in and out from other games and start to build out some really cool partnerships there, because I think that's what the metaverse really kind of opens up in gaming is the expansion to other avatars.
Yeah, no, I think that's a really cool idea if you if you start making those partnerships and then are able to add additional avatars, like you're saying, that would be really awesome.
Yeah, and there's a whole bunch of companies that are kind of building, functionalities that make that a lot easier. So we're exploring our few at the moment, and it's just some really cool tech cropping up in that space, because I think it's something that really makes the blockchain gaming space kind of pop from a kind of USP point of view. Not just that people can, play and earn and win money. Not everyone is motivated by that side. But some of the personalization and, people identifying as a certain character online and then being able to take that into all the places and things that they do is actually a kind of bigger piece that I think is, just as exciting as the money you can earn.
Yeah, especially if you're looking for eventual kind of mass adoption, if you can integrate what people are already building outside and integrate into the game. It's a great idea.
Just quickly, Owen, I'm looking at the attendance and I can see that Riri's back. So Mistress Vegas got a hand up. I don't know if you can add her. Maybe part 2. We can add her. Hello.
Hello. I'm on the phone now. I never did figure out what was wrong with my headset. Discord beat me.
It happens.
Just in time for community questions.
Perfect.
Yeah. Since you're here, just introduce yourself really quick.
Oh, I'm Riri. I'm the COO of Penguin Carts. I've worked with the CEO, Tommy, for the last 4 years, off and on different projects. And I'm a lifelong gamer.
Nice. How did you get involved with Penguin Carts?
When they were ready for help with their fundraise and keeping everything organized and the chaos that comes with raising, $1 million, Tommy called me. He was like, I need help. We've got a project. Help. Like, okay, sounds good. Let's roll.
Nice. So, we're covering some community questions here. Next question is the game platform originally designed by the Penguins and Cars, themed by the team, or is it a fork of another game? Now, I know it is a Unity game, and I think the basic game might be out there. I know you guys are designing graphics and everything, but go ahead and explain that if you can answer that question.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of some of these platforms, right? Is that there's really good platforms like Unity that ultimately provide you with an engine and some of the core functionality, but then it's the work that you do on top of that really makes the game unique and kind of makes it pop from there. So that's where the team spent a lot of time with meticulous attention to detail and a lot of creative to really make this not just a kind of basic Unity game, but to really enhance it. And I think that shows in some of the trailer work. The footage that we've released is, it's just a next level beyond, some of the stuff that goes out there, which is probably just using the templates. So kind of building on it. I don't know whether Riri's been involved longer than I have, so you can probably add to that.
Well, and I get to watch that particular group, and the level of detail that Agile and Tommy put into this game is amazing. Every little detail that you look at in the game is penguin related. Everything. When you're rolling through the desert and it's the Sphinx, it's a penguin Sphinx. When you're rolling through hell and there's skulls, they're penguin skulls. Every little detail. If you look at a car and there's a little decal on it, it's a penguin. It's a penguin world, and every single thing has been changed. Like, they don't let anything through. They go through this thing and through it and through it, and they customize it. And the things that they're allowed to do within the engine are really amazing, and that's where the design and the creativity comes into play. And you're talking about guys that have played video games with their friends since they could pick up the remote controls. Me too. I was 5 years old playing Atari, and we just partnered with a group called Tank Wars, and it looks like the cover of the Atari games back in the day. And I always wanted, when I was like 5, 6 years old, Dad, why doesn't the game look like the cover? This is bullshit. Do now. They do.
Yeah, they definitely did not look like the cover back in those days.
Oh, no. You're 4 pixels.
Yeah, so this is built on Unity, and just like any game, like, I mean, a lot of modern games are built on Unreal Engine or something like that. These engines that are out there, and then people build games on top of it. It's not much different from that. So, it's great to see that you guys are putting so much care into what you're building. Another question I have here is more in regards to blockchains in general. The question is, in the white paper, I saw that Penguin Cart is running on the Ethereum and Phantom blockchains. Now, I'm not aware of that. I know that your current 2D NFT line is on Ethereum. Is Penguin Cart's PGK, is it only going to be running on Phantom? Is it going to be running on, or is it going to be running on multiple chains?
Yeah, so that's a good question. So the game itself and the PGK token is all built on Phantom. I think sometimes there's a little bit confusion, but it's to do with that EVM compatibility that the NFTs have. So the NFTs are built in Ethereum and therefore traded on OpenSea, but you've got compatibility into the game through that EVM functionality. So you see both the blockchains listed there, but the game itself is listed and built on Phantom, and PGK is all on Phantom.
Now, let me ask you this: are the 3D NFTs going to be on Ethereum or Phantom?
I can double check this one, but I think it's taking the same strategy.
On Ethereum.
So, Ethereum and then EVM compatible into Phantom. I think that's the approach that is being taken for both. Yes. We can definitely clarify that and tweet about it later so everyone catches out, but that's my understanding.
Okay. Now those will be, I know so that is kind of curious. So on your marketplace, will you be buying and selling? You'll be buying and selling the NFTs with PGK or with ETH, or do you know how that's going to work?
Well, the marketplace in game will be different. That will be PGK.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that will be on the Phantom chain. So you have the low gas fees, and but the 3D NFTs and 2D NFTs will not be resellable, I don't think, inside that marketplace. That's the in-game marketplace.
I see. Okay. That makes more sense to me then.
Okay.
Looking at the questions here, they say I really like the part where you mentioned that you plan to support penguin conservation campaigns. So I don't recall that. Do you guys plan on supporting some kind of penguin conservation?
Yeah, that must be somebody that's been part of our Discord or some of the other AMAs where we've kind of teased it out. But we're in the process of signing up a deal with the Global Penguin Society, and the idea with that is that part of the NFT launch, contributes to the great work that they're doing around penguin conservation. So we love the idea of connecting the in-game kind of NFT experience and the kind of some of the commercials and the money that's generated from that with doing good in the real world. So I'm really excited about that partnership, and we're going to be kind of rolling that into the campaign that follows with the 3D NFT launch over the coming weeks.
Nice.
So yeah, super excited. Save the penguins.
We all love penguins, I think. Does anyone hate a penguin? I don't know.
No way.
I'm probably not a good person if they hate penguins.
I think only killer whales.
Yeah. Well,
They
they
love
like to eat them.
penguins.
Okay, another question about the PGK token. I see that it will have several uses. Does that imply that it will be present in both blockchains? If so, can you tell us if the PGKs of both blockchains are linked or independent? Why did you choose the single token model instead of two token models? So they're asking in regards to blockchains again. Is PGK just going to be on Phantom? I'm assuming you're not going to have a second PGK token on Ethereum or anything like that. But is that the case? Just PGKs on Phantom?
Yes.
Yeah, I would say current technology is that PGK is on Phantom. We wouldn't rule out the kind of idea down the line. And some games ago, multi-chain and seeing that be successful as a strategy. And that's definitely something that we've had conversations about. But I think for now, I think we're committed to launching the game, and that's the decision that's been made and the way that the game's been built. So yeah, certainly for now, I can't say it's Phantom through and through.
Now, in regards to the 2D NFTs, another question here. I know that was community building, kind of get everyone aware of the game. Is there going to be any useful use for those 2D NFTs in regards to the game?
We've been exploring what we can. Oh, go on, Ruby.
We did decide that they are going to be used they can be used as profile pictures in the game. And as far as additional utility, we are discussing it in our Discord. And if you have any ideas or suggestions, we have a suggestion thread that we follow up with regularly, and that's where we're having these discussions. So yes, we do want to have more useful utility, and yes, we'd love to hear your suggestions. Please join the conversation.
Nice. I think the cool thing here is like they're part of our history, right? That's the big first activity that we did, and I almost see them like comic books. I'd want to have them a kind of retro kind of vibe about, you're one of the OGs, or you've traded and bought one of the kind of OG characters. So I'd love a way to kind of build them in that way. So yeah, creatively looking for ideas on how to integrate them. But that's some of the fun that you can do with blockchain gaming and NFT integration. So we'll see where it gets to.
Nice. So in regards to the lost my train of thought here. 3 uses. Okay, yeah, this is it. So we know there's an active way to make money in Penguin Karts. You play and you win. Top 3 places win something or get a drop or something like that. Is there going to be a passive way to earn money in Penguin Karts?
Yeah, I would say kind of 2 elements, to be honest. So one is obviously you can win, and that's an active way. You participate. But then those rewards that you get will either be NFTs or PGK token. You can stake them in the platform and ultimately get kind of passive earnings off of your winnings. So that's exciting and one option. And then the other thing that we kind of briefly touched on earlier is the idea of having the wager lounge. So you don't need to participate and race in the game to be able to win. I mean, you could be sat there at your desk at work, passively participating in some of the wagering around the game as well. So I think that's kind of semi-active, isn't it? Because you do have to kind of be active in the wager lounge, but I think it's almost passive income that way as well.
So another question, looking at, let's say, a year from now, where do you see Penguin Karts? Where do you see it as a game?
Yeah,
I
that's a
see
good question. Go
all,
ahead.
I see it with all the tracks out, and at that point, maybe expanding to the next game. Wonder what that will be.
This is in the Penguin metaverse. We're saying.
I think that the Penguin Metaverse will actually be connected with a ton of these games because although our idea is a bit unique, we're only first. We're not the only ones. There is a load of new skills-based games that are coming out that have been in the building phase over the last 6 months to a year, and we're partnering with all of them. A bunch of them will be on our AMA that we're hosting tomorrow night. And we see ourselves as a hub. We see ourselves as a total hub to these games because everybody loves a go-kart, but you can only play it so many times, and you're going to want to be able to go play other games. So this is just one in your library, and we want to be central to that. And then on top of that, the Penguin's going to other games. It's an awesome avatar to be able to run around and go into Stumble Upon Rumble, and now the Penguin is pixelated, and we get in boxing matches. Or we go over to Kitsuman and we enter in through this blue gate and we have our own arena over there. So the Penguins will be out in the metaverse, and we've got a name that's going to be announced soon for them.
Oh, nice teaser.
And
Yeah,
I think the name will help with the 2D Penguin utility too. It's going to be fun.
I think also it's there's other things that are kind of right on the edge of happening in this space that I think are super exciting. I mean, I was bowled over by the partnership that Apple Pay made with MetaMask recently. The idea of kind of bringing wallets natively into iOS, and Apple really accepting that and embracing it. Who knows what's just around the corner? We might have full-on crypto games in the App Store by then, like fully up and running.
Yeah, imagine that.
It's relying on Apple to make that decision for us, but if they allow it, we will follow. That's really exciting. So who knows what's a year around the corner.
Yeah, that's where you get universal adoption if Apple allows something like that. Another question. Okay, so there are many things in the pipeline from Penguin Karts, but which things are you most excited about? And also, can you share any achievements I guess that y'all have achieved so far? Let's go with those two questions. So what things are you most excited about, and can you share any recent achievements?
Yeah, so most excited for me is actually a really simple one. It's just people playing the game. I can't wait to look at the analytics and the data behind it and see thousands of people playing, and then tens of thousands of people playing, and who knows beyond that. But just penguins in the hands of people that want to play the game is, ultimately kind of the ambition, the kind of reason for doing it. Maybe that's a bit soft, but I just love the idea of thousands of people around the world engaging in something that we've built. So that's really exciting, and it's actually quite near term as well. So excited about that one.
Any recent achievements y'all maybe surprised yourself with, or happy to have finished, or?
For me, it was the 2D NFT launch. When we did the mint on that, 10,000 were sold out, or 10,000 were minted in, I think, 16 hours. So just the pace of that, is it just blows my mind, really. Like 10,000 NFTs gone in a few hours. So I think that's a kind of acknowledgement of the community and how excited people are to kind of see this, come to the real world. So just around the corner is the 3D NFT launch, and I hope that we do the same again. And then the game follows that, and hopefully we get the same type of adoption from a game point of view. So just really proud of the community and the kind of size and scale of that so far, from my perspective. I don't know, Riri, maybe you've got your own thoughts as well.
She loses.
Maybe you've lost your audio.
Well, okay. So next question. Are you going to be hiring any community managers anytime soon?
We've got a really good team in place actually at the moment. I mean, I guess the door is open potentially to speak to people, but at the moment, it's all in hand. I think the team will be expanding as the game comes into market, and certainly, kind of my department of marketing will have more people, and I imagine from a development point of view, things will step up as well around some of the integrations that we've been talking about, and the interoperability with characters is going to need more development work. So I think the team will definitely be expanding in a number of different areas as the project grows and really kind of puts its puts its feet out into market. But I don't. Penguin have they do have feet, don't they?
I think so. Are you guys going to have an NFT staking function? Someone's asking when it will go live, so I'm guessing yes, but if you can answer that.
Yeah, for the 3D ones, I believe so. And that's some of the NFTs will be able to there'll be the rewards when you win in the game. You ultimately be able to stake them because they have value. So I think that's quite exciting from a staking point of view. Obviously, we've got the token staking as well, so that's already live.
So this is a good question. So what is your revenue model for this? How do you pay for the team, or how does it profit?
Yeah, so until this point, actually, I mean, the business was funded by the founder initially, who really wanted to get a head start with the game development, and then we took on some initial funding, which kind of got us through to this point. And then really once the product is in market, I mean, you can't rely on a kind of investor or kind of startup money forever. Once the token is in market, once the game is live, then there's just a small transaction fee on all of these thousands of microtransactions that will happen around buying new NFTs, doing the rewards, people selling in the marketplace. And there's some really good tokenomics that we put together around how that process works, so that the game ultimately kind of funds the business and rewards the players as well. So part of the treasury really is that all of that kind of money circulates back into the game and out to the players, as well as keeping the business afloat.
Yeah, so essentially microtransactions, a fee. Any idea, like a small percentage or something like that? Or?
Yeah, I think it's 0.5% of some of those transactions. And then obviously we'll have NFT series and NFT launches happening all the time with different skins and characters and things over time. So, they become a revenue channel as well, ultimately.
Yeah, it makes sense. So 3D Mint is upcoming. Do you have any more information you can share on that I guess you haven't to this point?
What can I share? I mean, I can tell you that I've seen them and they're awesome. Like I said, the attention to detail for these kind of 3D characters is exceptional. I think it's really kind of unique to have 3D artwork that then ultimately has the utility that you can then take this little guy into the game and have it as your character. So that's really exciting. We've deliberately not teased out any imagery or even released a date at this point, because I like the anticipation that's in the market around it. Our Discord community is going crazy at us saying, when's it live? And I think that's half the fun. But I can tell you it's going to be in early to mid-May. And there's going to be some information coming out real soon about it, because it's the next big event in our roadmap for sure.
Nice. So you would be happy to tell us what the name of the upcoming collection is then?
No one knows yet. It's one of those things, actually. So naming's fun. We put it out to the community for some ideas. We all had our own ideas as well, and nothing was sticking. And then really just quite recently, something cropped up that just felt like it was going to stick. And so we have decided on a name, but I'm not allowed to say anything. So there we are. We'll have it out in market soon.
Nice. I guess a kind of a speculative question. Where do you see the value of these NFTs over time? Like just do you see, I mean, obviously you would think they'd be pretty valuable, but any opinions on that?
I mean, I can't speculate on a price, but I think what for me is exciting about that whole NFT space and essentially like the NFT avatar space is that a lot of us have a profile picture or an avatar and we become quite connected to it. And we use it across Twitter, and I know Twitter in the US lets you use NFTs, and that will roll out globally. I think Facebook have been talking about doing the same kind of thing on Instagram. So what really excites me about the NFT space and the I guess the penguins is, ultimately there'll be thousands or tens of thousands of people that are using these as their main avatar across all of the socials that they do. And I'm just excited where NFTs go. As an industry and as a space, and it's the connection that people have with them that is actually more interesting to me than the $300 or $500 price tag that some of them might have, or millions. It's the connection that people have with them that I think is much more interesting, and that's why we keep on going out to the community for ideas, because it will give them what they want, and we'll ultimately be more successful.
So I got a question here. Will you be launching any node reward programs for interested investors to provide game server processing for your Penguinverse? So this brings up the question on what are these going to run on? Is it some kind of backend servers, AWS or something like that? Are there some kind of nodes that you're going to be running? And is there a way to invest in that?
Probably something for our CTO that is beyond my technical knowledge to talk clearly about. And just being honest on there, so I don't want to kind of lead anyone down the wrong path. I don't think we've been having conversations like some gaming businesses are about releasing nodes that you can kind of buy and run. That's not something that's really come up yet, but who knows what's around the corner.
Yeah, so where that brings up the next question, where should people go with their questions like this or other questions? Where can they best talk
definitely in our
to you?
Discord. So our founder Tommy and Riri that's on the call as well, Mistress Vegas and myself, we're all kind of quite active in our own Discord community, so that's best place for questions. We've got a really good community management team there for day to day, but more stuff like this I think would be suited well to the CTO. So ask them in the Discord and we'll definitely get good answers for you there.
Now, how big is the team behind Penguin Karts?
Well, I guess we've got our development team is handled for our development partner, so that's Fabwell, and they're a really significant gaming development team. So I guess they're kind of an extension of our team. And then there's 10 or 12 in the core Penguin Karts team across various different geographies. We've got creative, we've got marketing, got operations, and then our kind of founding team. So building out to be bigger, and like I said, as the game comes in market, I really expect that to grow as well, because there's going to be more marketing, there's going to be more partnerships, and there's going to be a lot more development work is needed. So that's the plan. But we're still quite a small team. We've gotten quite a long way on fairly bootstrapped funds. So it's good to see what can be achieved.
Yeah, nice. So that's it for the community questions. Are there any topics or anything that we didn't cover that you'd like to cover?
I don't think there is. I think just as a closing thought. I mean, obviously, from a availability point of view, we're on SpookySwap, which is great. We're in the right place to be talking to you here. It's the only place you can get the token at the moment, so that's really good news. On Saturday, as I mentioned, we'll be making an announcement about a new staking pool, which has got some incredible rewards. So I think that combined with the token availability through SpookySwap, I think is two things that I'd like people to take away. And then just keep your eyes on the 3D NFT announcements as they come, and the game will follow very shortly after that. Nice.
Well, I'm really excited to see this game come out. My kid loves Roblox, and if he can play a game and make some money on it, I would love that. So he needs to pay for himself.
I've got 3 kids here, and I'm going to get them all on it and just kind of adding up the dollars on a monthly basis of what they can be earning, and maybe they can pay their keep.
Nice. Now, I know last time we talked, there was kind of you'd run some numbers and had like some speculative numbers for what someone can earn. Is there anything you want to share in regards to kind of numbers y'all ran on what people can make on this, you think?
Yeah, so we've done some really kind of high level calculations based on kind of early token price and the reward mechanism in the game that we've built in. And the kind of early signs or calculations that we made was that if somebody plays something like 30 minutes a day, which is realistic for the 30 days of a month, probably giving them one day off or depending how long the month is, then realistically it would look like they would earn between $50 and $200 a month. Which for kids and children is amazing, and actually in economies all around the world that can be really good supplementary income or even a full-time income in some places. So we really hope that has an impact, and that's one of the kind of more big picture exciting things about Play to Earn Space, is that actually can really do some good and generate an income for people or supplementary income for people to be able to feed their families or reward themselves to go on holiday once a year, that type of thing. So yeah, we'll see what stories we can get from that once it's in the hands of people.
Yeah, for sure. No, I think that's a great way to close this, I think. Both, for one, you guys are building something that's fun, should be fun, and you can make some money off of it, ideally, and hopefully it should, and also you're going to help the penguins.
Save the penguins. Yeah, exactly.
Well, awesome. Well, I really appreciate you guys sharing your time with us, answering our questions, and really looking forward to where this is going. As a reminder, anyone who's interested, go to their Discord to ask questions. I'll go ahead and drop a link to the Discord in the AMA questions section. And if anyone else has any questions, maybe they'll hang around a couple of minutes and answer questions in the AMA question section.
Yeah, I'll hang around for a while in the AMA if anyone's there. And just to close from my side, thanks, Owen, and thanks for everyone that's listened in. It's been a really good series. Second time we spoke, so I hope we can do a third once the game is in the hands of people in a month or two.
Yeah, nice. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks, guys.
Great. Thanks, everyone.